好，let's start. Our channel now just for web learning and web coding. A lot of people now talk about web coding because we want to know everybody who can coding because today with AI. But actually now it's not easy. If you want to do a real project, if you don't have a lot of coding experience with web coding, normally it's not working. But even now it's not working. Why we have this channel? Because we want to make the not working things make it as working. So I'm always thinking how we can do for anyone, even you never learn coding, even you not in a technical background, so you can still use AI for coding. So that's why now we have this channel. So how we can do? I'll show you something. Maybe I share my screen. Okay, I think a lot of people are now familiar with this one. This now, I just say now familiar this one, but actually it's not this one. Maybe I just create another one to let you see something. Okay, maybe pick this one, cancel. Okay. For this, I think now a lot of people know this. This is now ComfyUI. What's for that? Most people now use this one for generate graphic, generate video. A lot of graphic designers use this one. You can see that's now actually is very easy to use. You can see. So a lot of graphic designers they never learn any coding. They don't have any coding experience. They just learn art in university. They're not a technical background, but they can use this very well. They can do image, do video, do everything. So I'm thinking, if we can make the coding as this, please thinking. Now, when we do now, before in the university, I think all the people, if you are in university, you can learn coding. You know this one, VML, but not VML, the UML. So you know this one, VML. That's now just one diagram to define how to do the software. Once we know how to do the software, then we'll share this to the development team, then do the software design. But now we use AI to do the coding. So I'm thinking we can use almost the same thing, same concept. Then we just make everything as a diagram. But it's different. Now that's just, we'll use the ComfyUI to do it. So that's what I figured out. Now I figured out now as this. I'll show you. Oh, so that's because now I just do the demo. Oh, okay. Maybe I show here. Let me see. Now I created one project. Now actually that's one ComfyUI now extension. I call X FLUX Agent. What's that? Let's just go through. This image now easy to see. Okay, I make it bigger. Yeah. You can see we split now this one. If we want to do now one software design, we split the task to each node. That's the relationship. Now, for example, if we want to now create one audiobook, if we want to create an audiobook, so first now you say what's the audiobook you want. I want now a cat learn how to fly. So that's you define your product or software. After that, we will ask AI to generate now the video script because of audio script. So that will be multiple things. Each thing now have title and contents. Also now we'll ask AI to generate the prompt. We'll use the prompt to generate the image. So we'll get the scenes. After this, for each scene now, we'll ask AI to generate the image, to generate the audio. After that, we'll generate now. We'll create the video. So you can see now, even you never learn coding, even you don't have any coding experience, if you see this diagram, you understand very well how to use AI to create one audiobook. You just define your story, then ask AI to create a script, to create the image, to create the audio, then generate the video. So anyone can understand the concept. Even you never learn coding, even you don't have coding experience, you can do it. So we compare with the older technology. I'll show you now some code. Yeah. So that's before now. I have another Chinese channel. I create the code. You can see that's almost the same thing. That's a total now. Total 300 line, even not finished. 300. So I made this now with AI. Just 2 weeks, I think. Just 2 weeks. Now it's very hard for me to understand the whole logic. Even the code now written by me. After 2 weeks, for me it's very hard to understand the logic. So if you are a non-technical person, you never learn coding, how can you use AI to write the code as this? Now, if any issues, how can you do troubleshooting? I can say that's impossible. But if we change it to as this, to diagram, so anybody can understand this one. Anybody can understand them. Anybody can use it. So the good thing now, because today we all in AI, we all will use AI. So the good thing now, we will not ask you to create the diagram. We will ask AI to do it. For example, now, if we want to build one audiobook, we just tell AI, say, I want to now build one audiobook. Can you create one ComfyUI workflow for that with the prompt? So you can see that each now, then AI will create this workflow with the prompt. So each node now that's one prompt. I can just as this. For example, let me now do some quick magic. Okay. So the first node now there will be now your story now will be now a cat learns how to fly. Then AI will generate another node. Yeah. So AI will generate another code with the prompt. Now tell all the code will be generated by AI. Then AI will create another code, another node. Let's say now we'll use now. Okay. So use the OpenAI now GPT image model to create the image for each scene by the prompt. Use the prompt. Then for audio, we'll do as this. So use the OpenAI text-to-speech model API to create the audio file, now MP3 file. After that, we'll use the FFmpeg to create the video. Okay. So the good thing now, you don't need to create each node. All the nodes will be created by AI. Also, all the prompts will be created by AI. Also, AI will give you the connection. For example, your story. Then we'll go to the scene generate. Then the output will send to the now create image node. Then the output will send to the create audio node. Then we'll merge the audio and image now to video. Okay. So all the nodes, all the prompt will be created by AI. So as one now you are web coding. So you do a check to check now if any problem. For example, the prompt if it is correct. If not correct, you just update the prompt. You just update the prompt. Also, you can add now more now the parameter. You just click now manage the parameter. So you can add now input and output. So that's now also the different type. So that be everything now just based on UI. You never need to see the code. So once now you think everything is working, not just as a UML, So you just need to create a run button. Then the AI will automatically create all the code for you. So after that, the each node there will be not as this because that's a prompt. Once you finish, then you just click the run button. Then the workflow will create all the code for each node. You get the software. Then you can just now with the ComfyUI, you can create an audiobook. Almost you can create anything. Even after that, you can export now the workflow now as one standalone software. So you can read the software anywhere. You don't need ComfyUI. So that's now our whole concept. How we make now the web coding to anybody can do it. Even you don't have experience, you just know how to use the ComfyUI, then you can do coding. I think that's the most wonderful thing. I'll show you the whole process. Now the whole process will be as this. Actually, the four step. Let me see. Four step. Okay. So step one, you just now describe now your goal, your project, what you want to create it. So once you now go define your project, then AI will create the whole workflow. Now just as this, AI will create the whole workflow with the prompt for each node. Then you do a check. You do a verification to see any problem. If no problem, now you just now run it. After that will be created the code. The AI will generate now the block, now the code and nodes. So you can do something, now run your project. So if you don't want to now use the ComfyUI, you can export. Then you can export now your project as one standalone project. So that's our whole concept. In the beginning, we'll first support the Python code. Later, we'll support C++, JavaScript, Java, even mobile app, website. So we'll use now the ComfyUI to make everybody can do the web coding. So that's our project. Because now currently the project we just have built the basic function, basic framework. So I want to show the whole process, how to build this project from scratch now on YouTube. So you can learn now with me. Now just we work together to build this project. I think this project will be very useful. Now once you learn this project, you can use this project to do a lot of things with now almost no coding. Now just use web coding. If your friend maybe now hate even don't want now web coding, but you still can share your workflow now for him to create now video anything. Now you can make now your work now as automation. Use the workflow. So I think that will be a very useful project. You just learn this project. After you learn, you not only learn how to web coding, you not only learn a lot of knowledge. Also, you get one very powerful tools. Also, you can write the whole process. For example, in your resume, in LinkedIn, or in your GitHub project, that will be proof. Now, show your skills. I think that will be much valuable now than a lot of tutorial now create some fake project, because that's a real project. I think that project will be once finished, that can be very useful to everyone, to everybody. Also, this project is open source. That's open source. So I'll share you with step by step. Also now, our video, there's total zero coding knowledge. That means even not you never learn coding, if you don't have any coding experience, coding knowledge, doesn't matter. We'll show you step by step how to use AI, web coding, and web learning. Sometimes now if you're thinking now web coding maybe is too hard. Now, for example, actually, if you show you the older way is that code almost in 300 lines. I guess for anybody to read is very hard. Even you have a lot of coding experience, you spend time to understand logic. But for this, you just need 10 seconds. You understand logic. For the first one, now just how to you define the project, your story. So there's nothing now. Don't need any knowledge, just need the creation, just need the imagination, just need the idea. How you want to, which project you want to build. And this one, you can see that's the knowledge now. That's very simple. That's just one JSON format. Actually, the knowledge pointer, that's JSON. Okay? Even you never learn JSON, even never know this. If you see it, it's just text. It's very easy to understand. Now the format. So you just ask AI, what's JSON? Now the AI will tell you. And this one now creates a video. Now that's just now OpenAI, now the latest image model. No, nothing. That's just knowledge. Now knowledge is not now related to any coding. Also for the audio still, that's just knowledge. So after you watch the video, we'll tell you all the knowledge you need. So the last one now, that's we create a video now with FFmpeg Unpacker. That's very important too. Now I have introduced this in our video. Almost any now video player, your smartphone, your computer, even TV box, even your security camera, the most use this one, FFmpeg library for the video process, even for audio. So that's one very useful tools. Now we'll use now this for to create a video. Another good news I want to say, from next week we'll have mobile app ready. So all the knowledge in our video will now send you the message every day, the knowledge video. For each knowledge, for example, what's FFmpeg? So we'll send you one message now with our mobile app to show you what's FFmpeg. Even we have a video. Let you now watch the video, show you what's FFmpeg. For example, the JSON thing. Now we'll send you the knowledge. So that means now, after next week, you can install our mobile app. Once you learn with our video, you get a knowledge point every day. So you don't need now thinking learning is very boring. Now I'll try to make the learning will be very fun. Now just as you watch your TikTok, you watch a YouTube video, watch a short video. You now we make the things now very boring. I guess nobody will like to see it, like to learn. So we'll make it we'll make the learning as fun and relaxed. So we call now web learning. Actually now I have now written one paper. You can check it now in our website. What's the web learning? Maybe I just quick demo. Okay. So we have now the whole concept. What's web learning? So later I'll add the link now to the YouTube video so you understand what's web learning. So you use web learning, you can very easily learn a lot of knowledge now without any pressure. Just make it fun and relax. Yeah. Okay. So that's the whole project. now let's do it. Now we not say we only say the concept, but we not do it because we are doing the live. I think the live is the most important thing. That's you see now the real how we do a real project in real time. That's very important. Maybe you see a lot of YouTube video, a lot of tutorial. They prepare video, 1 minute video. They prepare maybe 1 hour. So you just see the most good things, but you never know what's happening behind that. So in our live video, you will see the whole process, not only learn the knowledge, but learn the skill. I think the skill is more important than knowledge. Now, because today now you learn knowledge with AI, it will be very easy. But skills now you need once you get some skills, now you can resolve some problem you never see it. So in our live video, I'll show you some skills. Okay, now let's start. We'll close this one. Maybe we'll just leave. Okay, that's our project. I have built something now for this project, but I want to learn from scratch. Because now you must understand the concept. So I'll show you step by step how to build this project with AI with now zero coding knowledge by web learning and web coding. Okay. First now, I think now you need to focus the project. I think now first, if you think the project is good, please give 1 star. Then you need to focus the project. What means fork? Actually, fork now just make one copy. Make one copy now to your own account. Just thinking now the GitHub now server as your computer. Once you now make one fork, then you copy the code to your computer. That's called fork. Okay. So, okay. Once you fork the project, you need to now copy the project to your computer so you can work. We'll use the Codespace. So the Codespace, GitHub the Codespace now, this is just cloud container. You can think this is just one cloud computer. Okay. Before now, we sync the project. I think that's very important. Okay, you create the code. Normally, they have 3 ways. Now you can clone your project. The one way we use HTTPS. Another one we use SSH. Another third one we use GitHub Click. I think the most important one, most expert, they use SSH. So we will use this one to manage your code. But before this, I want to explain now what's SSH. SSH now, actually now, this is just one protocol. Most used for managing remote server. So you can think of the GitHub server as one remote server. So your code just save in the GitHub. So you want to access the code in your GitHub server. How can you access? Because with SSH, we normally not use username and password. We'll use SSH. So you need to set up your SSH in GitHub account. So let GitHub know who you are. Okay, then we go to now, let me show you how to do. So you just click now the settings. Then you go to settings. Then you go down. You'll see here SSH and GPG case. Because I have created one, but I'll give you one demo now how to create one new one. If you first time now, if you never configure now SSH, you see it as this. So you need to get your SSH. So how can you do? So we will ask AI because you now have experience now. I think now, even for me now, sometimes I need to create one SSH. I still cannot remember the command. But I know this, but I know now we need one list command. We need one command to create the key. So we just ask air. Okay, we'll use ChatGPT to ask how to create so we'll say how to create a SSK for GitHub account. We just ask air. Because that's now almost that's now I can say that's one how can I say that's a common knowledge. That means that if you are one developer, if you now work with a remote computer, if you work with GitHub, all know what's SSHK. But if you that means for AI, this is very easy to understand and never made a mistake. So even you can use any AI, even not powerful AI can give you one very good answer. Okay. So doesn't matter. I think now you never know what's SSHK. So let's check how to create one existing key. How to check if existing SK. Okay. Let me check. So that's the command. We'll go to the GitHub. First, you need okay, let me see. Yeah. What's now? You can see this wave sign now. The wave correct. This means your home. This means your home. So let's check. Actually, now I have created one, but I'll show you how to do in another one. So first, now if you go to now, if you cd. If you now just give one command cd, will be changed to your home directory. So you can do one pwd. That's now will show you the currently now working directory. That's the home directory now in the GitHub cloud container. So we do another command list la. You can see we use list dash la. Then we'll list all the folder in your home directory. You can see each directory now has one point, the name. Actually, the dot. The dot, this means the header file, folder file. For example, if we just list pl, so there will be just two files. If we add list a, la, then we show all the header file. So you can see now the dot ssh, this one now header folder. Okay, we just list the ssh. So you can see all the files. If we add dash r, then we'll see all the files. Now we just create a new one. I'll show you. Okay. So you can see now that's the command to generate the key. So that's now the protocol, now the algorithm for the encryption. That's the latest one. Okay. Let me try. Actually, now the email address, this is nothing now. This is just now let you remember now what's this key now. What's this key for that? For what? So we just give him Frank. Codespace test. So you can put anything. You can put anything, even just one string. So they say now there's a give the file name, save the key. Because now I have already got one file. You can see I already have one file. So normally you just enter, you use the default name. But now I just want to now we'll create another one. We'll create another one. So we'll use let me copy the full name. So I want to now create just test. Okay, just test. Password. Because now the key now, if in your computer, you don't need one password. If you are using one shared computer, it's best give one password. So every time now, if you use it, you need to input a password. But in GitHub now Codespace, then you can think this is your private cloud computer. So actually you don't need a password. Okay. Okay, now I think we generate the key. Let's have a check. Now we generate the key. Okay. So that's my old key, but that's the new key. We just check. Okay. The cat command. Oh, we need to add the folder name, the direct name, foo.ssh. You can see that's the key we created. So in the first, now that's the what's the algorithm now for the encryption. So you can see now each key now there are two files. One file now has one .pub, that's public. Another one that's no any external name. That's mean private key. That's very important. Now you need to always keep your private key safe. You can see. You can see the permission. It's a very strict permission. Only you yourself can read and write. But the public key now that's different. So that means sometimes if you copy the key to another computer, if you not give the right permission, so you find some trouble to log in to another server. Now that's one very. So sometimes you get an error, you can log in, but you don't know what's the problem. Actually, the problem that's the permission. It's very important. Another thing now, maybe you don't know what's this. What's this? So you just copy that. Then you can ask air. So what's this? When I run this command. So I think that's very important. Now that's the file permission. You can see. Then I will tell you the file permission. So I think that's very complex, but I think that's enough now because we are using web learning. You just need to know that's for file permission. Once you need to update the file permission, you just need to ask AI how to do it. I'll ask AI what's the permission. So you just need to have the concept. You don't need to remember. You don't need to remember now what's that? What's RW? What's that? That's so too complex. That's the old school way. To learn. Today we learn with web learning. You just need to know the concept. Actually, now if you use the links a lot, I think now you know this because almost now I think maybe every 2 weeks, even every 1 month, the maximum you need to now do some changes of file permission. So if you do several times, you understand this, you remember forever. Now, so that's why I said you don't need to remember. I mean, for the command, for the what's that, but you didn't know that's for the permission. Now we call web learning. Okay. Another thing I want to say now, you need to must keep your private key now very in a safe place. You never now show your key to other people. Now before now, I have one employee now. He tell me now I just get one new employee. Now he tell me he have a lot of experience. Then I ask him now, can you send me now your SSH now to access our remote server? Then he send me now his private key. So that's proof now he don't have experience. Now maybe he just have very good resume. He now very good now for interview. But once you go to work, you ask him SSH, he shows the private key. I think that's a very important concept. You must remember now that's private key. You never give to any people. So the public key now you can show to anybody. You can see I show the key in the screen. Now, actually, now on YouTube, everybody, if you see the video, they can see my public key. Doesn't matter. That's public key. Then never doesn't matter. If somebody see my key, somebody know my key, doesn't matter. This is very safe. Now, because nobody know my private key. Okay. So now I can copy the key. Okay, you just copy the key. You just copy the key now to here. Also, you give a name. You can give one name. Give any name. Just remember what's this key. After that, you can add the SSH key. I think now GitHub will ask you password because that's now very important. Once you add the key, anybody with your private key can access your GitHub account. That's very important. That's why GitHub will ask you password. Okay, because I already have one, I don't want to add another one, so I'll cancel this one. Another one, what's this? What's this key? Okay, we just ask because now we just ask here. So what's G case for GitHub? We just ask. Okay, they give a lot of information. Now, if you like, you can check. But almost now, I never use it. But this is very similar concept. Now they just use now another you can create another use another algorithm now. So that's still now the public key now and public key and private key. Now that's most use now some signature. For example, you have one file, you have do something, then you give one signature that proves this is yours. You do the job. Also, if you send one contract to other body, you put now your signature now with the GPG. So that means nobody can update your file because they can verify the file now if it's correct or not. I think that's one very important concept. Now you best now have some knowledge. But today, I guess now you just need to know that's now same thing as the one as SH. That's all now public key and private key, but just used for different things. This is now same concept. Okay. Okay. Once we have the key, once we configure key, we can check out the project. We can check out the project. Let me do it. Okay. Yeah. Then go to your fork. Actually, you can just click here. You view your fork. That's my fork. So I just now use this command. Copy this one. Then go to my computer. Okay. We need to go to now the code editor, now the home, the workspace. So that's the location that's in workspace. Then close blank, that's in here. You must now you need to know this location. Remember this location. Okay, we just now clone the project. Clone. Okay. Once you clone the project, if you do a list LA, you see two projects. Now that's one that's ComfyUI. I have now installed before. If you now never install, you can check our previous video. How to install the ComfyUI? Maybe I just quickly show you in here. Okay. the most important thing now, if you have now very powerful computer now with GPU, you can follow the process to install. Or please now follow now here. GPU only for GitHub or Codespaces. Actually now you can use this command for your Windows, Linux, even Mac. But for Mac now you just follow this one. You can install. So once you install now the ComfyUI, then you can see now the project in here. Okay, there's 2 projects, but we need to put now the extension now to ComfyUI now directory now in here, custom node. Normally we'll do this. I'll tell you. Normally we'll do this. Okay. X custom node. Normally now we'll go to now this directory. For example, if you want to install new extension, we'll do now git clone. Normally we'll do as this, but we'll not do now for our project because we want to do some develop. So we want to now see now more clear. So we just now put it to different now directory. Okay, we just make one link. Make one link. How can we make? So we first now we go to now this project, the Flux Agent. Okay, we pwd, then we'll get the direct the path. Then we go to now the custom node. Okay, we just do one link, ln now this link, now just link the file to here, not copy it. Then the soft link. What's the link and what's soft link? You actually now you can ask AI. So now I think from next week, once our mobile app ready, we'll send you all the knowledge now you learn now from this video every day. Yeah, we'll tell you what's the link. So now you just need this link. That's enough. Okay. Then you just now actually you can give one name. You can give a name. For example, you have 2 ways. You give what name you want. Or you don't need a name. You just need a dot slash. So we'll use this name. Okay. After once finish, you can do now this -r. So you can see now that's one folder. That's now linked to this location. Because that's me link. Okay, if we just list, you can see. If we not now with the -r, we just show the folder name. You can see the folder. If you want to see the details, just list -r, we'll see the details. Okay. So we now clone the project in now your computer. In your computer. I think now from next week, not from next session. I'll show you step by step how to build this project. You can see now we just have a quick look. So this project now, that's one. Actually, now that's just now register now the node, the custom node. But I think from next session, I'll show you step by step how to create this file, because that's I already done some work. So I think I not explain this, but you just know it. From next session, I'll show you step by step. Very simple now. Create one simple node. Okay, you can see now that's each node. Maybe we just now, I think we just do as this. Let me see. Okay, we create this one. Okay, we first rent. Have a look. We first rent. Okay. I guess get some. Just close. Open another one. You just go to menu, open another terminal. I guess get some problem. Okay, so then you just run the command web UI and let's go CPU because the GitHub closed space they don't have GPU, only CPU, so we run now CPU online. Okay, now let's open the browser. I think that's we just remove this one because that's before I did some demo. Okay. So I'll show you now something. So each node now has one category. You can see each node has one category. That's very important. Because we are web learning or web coding, you don't need to know all the details, but you need to know some very basic details. Okay. So the category now that's in here. Once you right click, add node. That's the sub menu. That's a category. Because the three node, you can see the three file. That's all same category. So then you see now this is in the same category and the same subfolder here. That's very important. Another one is the node name. You can see that's the name. That's each one's name. You can see. So the two now important things you need to know. The third one, I think that's also each node must have one unique name. Just as a web address, you can see I have one very long name. So that's now the class, the Python class. That's the display name. I think that's now will be enough now for you to understand how to create one node in the beginning. Okay, let's see. We create one rich text node. Yeah, you can see we can now put anything to here. Yeah, you can see. Actually, now this same code just as UniIT. I'll show you UniIT website. Playground. But just different color. You can see. This is just different color. We are using the same technology. So that's now we build this one. You can show now any text, markdown, any code. We build this one. We add another node. Same text. Oh, I didn't think. Another thing, I'll show you how to sync the code. I think let me go back. Here. Close. Here. You can see this branch now has now 16 commits behind. So we need, that's why now I see the old code. Old code. I'll tell you how to sync. It's very easy. Now you just click sync fork, update branch. Then you sync all the code. Latest code, you can see the latest code is not just 8 hours ago. So once you sync the code, then you go back to here. Okay, go to the server. We kill the server. We Control C. We kill the server. Then I think we best we open another window. Okay. X FLUX Agent. So we just do an git pull. Then we will now pull the latest code now to our computer. Can see? Okay, a lot update. Once we pull, then we just go back. You don't need to do anything. You just now restart the server, the ComfyUI server. Okay, we all close the old one. Let me see if any magic. Yes, here. The most important one. That's I call now AI code generate node. So this node later will created by AI. That's now you see the prompt. This is the prompt. For example, we put the prompt here. We put the prompt here. You can see that's one output, but don't have input and don't have now parameter. So you can add parameter. For example, you got input. You just 1, the string, add another 1, 2. You can add that float, add another one, 3. You maybe just image. Okay, anything. Yeah. So save. You can see now have 3 input. For the output, we can, because of add one function, we can retain more value. So we can add still we can for output we can result 1, add another 1, new field 1, new field 2, 3. Okay, understand. 2. Okay, save. You can see that's the magic. So this node, all the contents, even the input field and the output field and the prompt all generated by AI, but you can modification. You can update now if you think something wrong. Yeah. So you can connect. Yeah. Okay. I think I have now demo the whole process, how to clone the project. Also, I give you some knowledge. From next session, I'll show you step by step how to build this project from scratch. Because I have already now done something work, but it doesn't matter. You can use it directly. But I'll show you step how I build this project from scratch from next video. Okay, thanks everybody joining today. See you next time.